Hello, JRPG fans. Welcome back down to the dungeon. We're down below the castle in my workshop. It's a late night, but we have burned some midnight oil to record yet another JRPG Report podcast. This is episode 54, and we got a few things to talk about. Not a whole lot, but I did want to get in a podcast this week, as I totally lied to everyone last week and said I would be doing one every week. Well, that's not going to be possible next week, as we'll be out of town for a few days. It's spring break for the kiddo, so we're going to head down the road and spend a couple days out of town. But that will also delay my planned live streaming of Trails of Cold Steel, as it'll probably be at least Thursday night before I can crack that one open. So if you guys were anticipating it on Tuesday night, well, you'll have to look elsewhere. I'll be firing it up, like I said, maybe Thursday. But anyway, all that jazz out of the way, let's talk about a few things. We did have a few pieces of news break, not a whole lot. For you Final Fantasy 15 fans, there is one final active time report coming, and it is the same day, March the 26th, as episode Arden releases. This will be, they're calling it the final active time report, so don't anticipate anything more. This is it, March the 20th, from 2000 to 2100 Japan Central Time. That'll be a live stream available on YouTube and I guess Japanese server in Naniko. Not exactly sure, but it will feature an update, the latest on Final Fantasy 15 Dawn of the Future novel, and of course information about episode Arden. That game is due out the same day on March the 26th, so I find this a little bit odd that they're doing the final ATB report the same day as it comes out, because I kind of figure if you're looking forward to this DLC, you're going to probably be playing it when this live stream is set to go out. So it doesn't make a whole lot of sense in my mind, but that's when they're doing it. So if you want to check it out, like I said, that is March 26th from 20 to 2100 Japan Central Time. Don't ask me to translate what time that is to Eastern. I don't know. There's a new trailer out for Atelier Lulula, the Sign of Ireland, and it's introducing the game's new core synthesis system. Basically, the details of it are... I'm not going to bore you with reading the entire game synopsis. It's a little bit more complicated than some of the previous titles. If you guys want to check out the trailer for it, I will repost that on my YouTube page and maybe have some brief commentary along with it there. Of course, this game is coming out in Japan in not very long. As this is being recorded, it's due out in Japan tomorrow. We'll get it, of course, in the West on May the 21st. So I anticipate we'll be seeing a trickle of new things from time to time, especially as we get more and more of it translated over and into Western hands. The game Dragon Star Varnir. This was originally planned to come out in the spring, but it has been pushed back until the summer. Idea Factory International announced. I don't think there's a firm date other than just, supposed to come out sooner than they thought, and actually is being pushed back just a little bit. There's a opening trailer, and I may put a short little video out there as well for this one if you guys want to check it out. It's an interesting looking game. We'll get to see a little bit more of it as it gets closer to release, but it's Idea Factory, so you kind of guys, you know what you're getting with those titles. So if you're looking forward to that one, you're going to have to wait just a little bit longer. Maybe hold you over, at least if you're a Switch owner. Moro Chronicle Hyper will be out April the 26th. This is for the Switch, and I believe it's going to be digital only. They're saying this on the Nintendo eShop on that day. This is also from Idea Factory International. Now, previously on the store, it was listed as March 15th. But Idea Factory later confirmed that was inaccurate. So, not a delay, but just an inaccurate release date. But if you're a gamer looking forward to this one, it's the same thing, right? This one looks pretty interesting as well. You can recruit 50 monster girls, each with unique skills and traits, to fight for you. You'll have to wear them out in the first battle, though. You can build relationships with the monster girls through special events, gift gilding, and even home improvement to increase their powers and abilities. There's all kinds of things. This is Idea Factory, so you kind of know what you're going to get. Maybe since it's a Switch title, you can kind of play it on your own and hide in a corner somewhere with the more embarrassing parts. I have a feeling this game is going to be an update, perhaps, to the games that you have to play by yourself and make sure nobody's looking over your shoulder type of titles. Nothing wrong with those games. They can be pretty decent games. They just have some just crazy Japanese parts to it that you have to accept and either love or hate. But that is what you get with them. Believe it or not, that's all the news that we have for this week. This could break the record for shortest episode ever. Like I said, I just really felt like I should put one out there this week since I knew I was not going to be recording one next week. I want to give a couple quick thoughts. I've been kind of in a lull gameplay-wise. I was replaying Final Fantasy XII Zodiac Age and ended up actually beating it. And I don't know if you guys have ever done this before, but you beat the game and you sit through the credits. It's late at night, you're tired, and you finally get to the end and you can finally save, your clear file all the way through. And you're like, all right, good, because I'd like to do that. And what do? You save it, you overwrite your file, and now you have no choice but to start New Game Plus, which I would love to do. That's fine, but not now. I really just wanted to kind of go back to before I left for Bahamut so I could do some trophy hunting, and, that's not going to be possible. So I was pretty frustrated with that. I just kind of wanted to mess around with it for a while until Trails of Cold Steel came out, and just don't want to really get into anything else before that. So actually, in the meantime, I've been playing a couple of, I'm going to call them mobile games. I've been playing on the tablet. The first one is I did pick back up the Star Ocean Amnesis. I guess that's how you say it. I can't. They announced it at the beginning of the game, but I can't say it. So I did play that one on my phone before, and I found with more than a few of these games that while they are mobile titles, they're really tough to play on a phone. The screen size is just not adequate for it. So we got a Fire tablet a while back at Christmas, or actually before that. I guess it was Black Friday. They put them on sale, and it just came out for Amazon, and I re-downloaded it, and I've actually been having a lot of fun with it. If you're a fan of the Star Ocean series, it is totally a fan tribute with games from characters from every single game. There's new unique characters as well. There's a bunch of throwaway kind of generic characters as well, but it is still a mobile game in its kind of format. But while you have stamina and everything that you do kind of consumes some of that, at the time, I got like 25 stamina refill things. I can't possibly use them all, so I can really play as long as I'd like to. And I think the graphics are really quite well done for what it is. I'm having fun playing through that one, and like I said, if you guys are fans of the series, you should definitely check it out. It's not going to cost you anything. And it's kind of cool to see all the old characters again, and a pretty fun battle system. And if you don't feel like playing it, you can set it on auto. It'll do it for you. there's no, it's not really that difficult, but it is a lot of fun. So the other game I've been playing a lot of is Another Eden, the cat beyond time, something like Another Eden. And I'm pretty impressed with this game. It looks very good for what it is. So far, there's been no real need to or feel like I have to buy anything. As far as I can tell, there's no stamina. Like, you can play it as long as you would like to. Maybe there's something that I'm missing, but I've played it for a fairly long bit of time. When I have gotten a chance to play it, and I've not seen any sort of play walls where I can't play it any longer. You can grind, you can level up. You get. I did mention that, I think in the last podcast that they were doing the Chronos Stones event, where you got 50 extra a day. So what the deal is for every 100 Chronos Stones, you can summon, a chance to summon a new character. When you first start out, your character is plenty strong. You get to summon your choice of, I think it's 7. It's at least 5, but maybe 7 very strong characters as well. And so they'll definitely hold you up. You run into your fair share. I've had pretty good luck summoning very competent side characters. You can hold 4 of them on the screen at the time. You have 2 backups that gain experience. And I think at the time I've got like 10 total in my party already. So that's very fair. I kind of like that I can just swipe across and go out of town and level up. It's very novel for a mobile game. It's very unlike a mobile game. So I'm definitely liking it. It feels like a 3DS game, I guess is the best way to describe it. But you control it with your finger as far as movement goes. It's 2D, but you can go up and down to different planes. There's a mini map to let you know. It is obviously heavily inspired by Chrono Trigger, but still a mobile interface, very fast turn-based fighting system. If you just want to every time do a standard attack, you just press the button and you can go bam, bam, bam right through the battles. They've all got special abilities that you unlock. So if you guys haven't checked this one out, I would definitely recommend it. Now, if you're going to download it on your phone, keep a couple things in mind. First, I think it was at least 3, if not 4 gigabytes of download memory. So, I think my phone's only got 16. And so that was taking up a good chunk of it. I had to erase a few things to even get it on there. But I did finally erase it, and here's why. Unlike other mobile games, and I did kind of dive into this one to make sure, at least, and maybe I'm completely wrong, but you don't log in. So, I've got a couple games I can play on my tablet and on my phone. Now, I've got an iPhone and I've got the Fire tablet. Those 2 devices do not communicate to each other. It's like 2 different games, 2 different save files. So it says that you have to only play on one device. Maybe there's a way around it. Maybe, there is something I'm missing, but it seemed to me and what I read in the instructions was, if you take it off of one device, here's the code, you transfer it to another. So I was a little dismayed when I read that, but I really prefer playing it. We just got a new iPad Air on Amazon, by the way. I think it was like $150. Now, it's the first generation, but we're very happy with it, and the little one plays on it. So I've been playing it when she's asleep, or playing Switch or not there, at school or something, and very much liking it. But I didn't care for that limitation, but I guess it is what it is, right? Other than that, I'm really enjoying the game, and I've been trying to actually record some gameplay of that and throw that out for you guys to check out if you're interested in it on the YouTube page for JRPG Report. Just give me some time, and I'll try to do that real soon. But if you guys are thinking about it, check it out. I think you're going to like it. It is absolutely an homage to Chrono Trigger. So if you're into those, it's not the same, but definitely inspired by, and that's not a bad thing at all. So that was all that I really had to talk about this week. One question I did miss from last week's Facebook page, my buddy Chris wanted me to speak about the Persona 5R Switch rumors. So I did a little bit of digging, and there's still not a whole lot out there. But so let me tell you what I do know. Today is March the 19th. When you're listening to this, it's it'll be after the 20th. On March the 23rd in Japan, they are airing the final anime special for Persona 5 called The Animation Stars and Hours. So after the previous one, the animation Dark Sun, that was when Persona 5R was first announced. And we heard then that we would learn more about it in March. Well, it's March. We've not heard anything else. So this is all the speculation, is that we will be getting this big announcement about Persona 5R after this goes live on March the 23rd in Japan. That's what we do know, that animation is happening. We'll probably get an announcement. We know it's for PlayStation. So let's talk about what we also know. We know Joker is DLC for Super Smash Brothers. That's kind of, if that's not the biggest clue in the world that it's coming to Nintendo, I mean, come on. And is there anything really in Persona that, from 2 years ago that couldn't be done on the Switch, maybe at a slightly lower resolution? I don't really see why not, right? So that's kind of one of those first clues that I think we are definitely getting this one on the Switch. Now, are they going to announce that after the 23rd? Maybe. I kind of just think that it's going to be like, okay, here's what this is. We made Persona 3, then we made FES. We made Persona 4, then we made Golden. Well, we're going to learn what the R stands for. I don't think it's going to be called Persona 5R, although it is Dragon Quest 11S. So stranger things have happened. However, this one is coming for PS4 and possibly for Switch. So I do believe that we'll learn what the R stands for. That's the best I got for you. If I had to put a percentage on it, I'd give it at least, I would say it's a 95% sure deal that it's coming. There's no reason for it not to. It makes perfect sense. Now, am I going to get it again? I don't know. If we're talking that this is some sort of DLC for the PlayStation 4 version, absolutely. Am I willing to buy this sort of new game all over again? I don't know. That'll be tough. So I'll need some more information. Price is always a consideration, and then we will make a decision. So, Chris, I hope that answered your question. Like I said, we will learn a ton more about this game here in not too long. But that's all I got for you guys. Hope you enjoyed this very short podcast. And one final plea to everyone: go out and buy Trails of Cold Steel and enjoy it with me. We'll be playing along with it next week and enjoying it. I'll give my initial feelings of love and admiration towards it, I'm sure, in 2 weeks. And until then, guys, check out my YouTube page. I would really appreciate it if you give it a like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. We're trying to get something going here that I think could be kind of cool. But we're always going to have the podcast, and I do appreciate every single one of you guys listening to it each week and putting up with my nonsense. And hopefully you get a little bit out of it. Until then, guys, this has been the JRPG Report, episode 54. We will catch you guys right here next time. My name is James Fisher. Get back out there and level up.